It's a Sunday and I'm just checking in on my greenhouse, and I figure I'd make a video. Have had a couple days off, been spending a lot of time with my daughter and my wife and just enjoying that whole family thing. But I wanted to show you guys something that has happened in our greenhouse recently, and it's sort of an example of how I adapt to changing circumstances, particularly in production. So you can see my greenhouse is pretty maxed out. I have added more shelf space up here, widened these out. I've talked about this in previous vlogs, but right now we're producing so many shoots and microgreens per week that I don't even have enough space. And well, I do, but I don't, and let me explain. So the cool thing about shoots is for a lot of their life, they don't even need direct light. So for example, right now, this back row here, you can see is in shade. And everything up here, these two rows here, are in light. And there's essentially 3 stages of the shoots right now. There's the stage where I've got them germinating. So they've been planted, and this is how we stack. We stack them with these bricks, and that creates a sense of pressure on the seed, which helps us get really good germination. That's why we do that. So that's the first stage. And then the second stage is where I can put the shoots in ambient light for about 3 or 4 days, which is back here. And I'm doing this because I'm running out of space, but it works. So tomorrow we will harvest these and these up here, and then all of these shoots will go into the light, and then the next group that are stacked, they'll go here. So they can essentially just spend about 2 or 3 days here in the light, and that really thickens them up and makes them ready for harvest. So that's how right now I'm kind of improvising the fact that I don't have all the space I need. And the same situation will be for this top shelf too. Right now at this time of year, the sun is higher up in the sky, so I actually get less light per capita during the day now than I did in the winter. I still really do get more light though, in a sense, but what I mean by per capita is percentage of the day. So right now we have longer days, so I'm still getting more hours of light in here than I would in the winter, but because the sun changes direction so much, it's in a different place, and it's actually setting over there now. So this is actually in shade. The very front of the greenhouse will more or less stay in the light all day. But since we're actually on the topic of greenhouses, I just wanted to make one quick little plug. My friend Rob Avis has put together a Passive Solar design, greenhouse design course. He's partnered up with PermaEthos, and Rob actually features my greenhouse in this course. And Rob is a mechanical engineer. He's been a long-time friend of mine. He's one of the guys that I do masterminds with every year. I've known him since I've started all this, so at least 8 years. And Rob knows his shit. He is a smart dude, and he's been a permaculture teacher for as long as I've been farming as well. But his background is mechanical engineering. Anyways, he's put together this course on how to build one of these greenhouses. And so I get a lot of people asking me if they can buy my designs for my greenhouse, and it's kind of hard to sell those kinds of things. So I'm going to say to any people who have contacted me before that are interested in this greenhouse and how it's built and all the details, like I'm talking down to the real nitty-gritty of how this thing is built, it's in this course. Get this course, get the full tier package, because then you get everything in its most minute detail. And that's what I would suggest if you want to build a greenhouse. I will have the link below for it. And yeah, I just wanted to promote Rob and PermaEthos' work, so check out that link. And I'm going to show you one more thing before I sign off for the day. So I've finished my family garden. We actually built this for our daughter, really. Or my daughter was what inspired me to build it. It's for the family, but it's we're going to call it Violet's Garden. That's our daughter's name. And it's just a home garden, basically. I've built it with 2-foot wide pavers. They're the same pavers that are on the floor in my greenhouse, so just 2 feet by 2 feet. We've buried them 1 foot into the ground, and then we've got a 1-foot raised bed. And so I've done a video about raised beds before. Click up here if you haven't checked that one out. But there's advantages and disadvantages 2 raised beds. For my context with this garden, the thing that I want is I want it to be easy to use, and I want it to have some kind of physical barrier to keep it clean, because we actually do a lot of work in this area too, and make it so that it's, you know, it's easy to reach in. This is why I did this shape, is so that on this side you can reach in here and get into the center of the bed, and then same here. It's kind of like the permaculture keyhole garden concept, really. And yeah, that's my garden. So we're going to be spending lots of family time in here over the years to come. So that's my Sunday video, guys. Hope you're having a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.